Is only investing in C fund enough? This person is talking about the TSP. On Reddit, Lord, on Reddit, people say just 100% C fund is enough. How did you diversify your TSP when you were in the military? Okay, so I was terrible with TSP when I was active duty. Didn't know anything about it. It wasn't until, like very, very late stage, that's when I realized that I had a TSP. Sad, I know. But let's take a look and see how the investment is doing for the TSP here. And you can go to my website at firesuch.com/resources and you can get this for free. And it actually gives you a TSP price tracker on there, which is free for you to use. So right now, the C fund is doing 10.55%. That's really good. Not bad. That's year-to-date return since January 1st, 2024 until today, May 15th. Let's see, S fund at 5.22%. Wow, this is really interesting. I fund is outperforming the S fund with 7.21%. F fund is just F, and G fund is doing about 1.6%. But, obviously you don't want to invest based on just looking at this chart, right? Every time you invest, you want to think about the exposure that you're putting your portfolio to. So when I buy, let's say if I'm buying the C fund right now, let's say I put $100 in there. That is the $100 that I'm exposing to the S&P 500 index. Is it going to have a good return in the future? Sure, But what if it goes down? Then I need to realize that $100 that I put into the C fund it could potentially go down, could potentially go up, but you just need to have that risk analysis before you put money in there. I can't tell you what to do with your C fund. I can't say that, oh, you should put 100% in the C fund. I don't know anything about you, right? If anyone tells you, yeah, I put 100% C fund on Reddit, probably not a good place to get financial advice because they don't know anything about you either, right? Now, do you have to get a financial advisor? No, not at all. Do a little bit of research about what a C fund is. Because if I type in, let me see, TSP C fund, like that. Okay, I click on it. Look at this, real quick. Why should I invest in a C fund? Investing in the C fund offers the opportunity to experience gains from equity ownership of large and mid-sized US company stocks. That is a very garbage description by TSP because it doesn't really tell you anything. But if you go down further, it's going to tell you what the C fund does. It tracks the performances with the prices in the S&P 500 index. Oh, I had a question the other day. It's kind of a side note, but TSP doesn't pay dividends, but the share prices are priced in from the S&P 500 dividend reinvestment. So it's just the share prices go up. So keep that in mind. I know somebody asked me that a few live streams ago. I thought it was really interesting. But how can I invest in a C fund? Okay, so C fund it's used as a core in many of the retirement accounts. Okay, let me show you this. Let me go back to the dashboard. You see on the right side, these are all the life cycle funds, 2025, 2030, 2050, all the way to 2065. Okay, these life cycle funds are made of CSI, and F funds that I showed you earlier. So if you look at all the life cycle funds, it's going to tell you how much of that is going to be C fund, how much of that is an S fund or I fund. But C fund is going to be like the majority of the fund if you're not retiring anytime soon. It's not until you're close to your retirement age, then your C fund becomes smaller and G and usually G fund takes over. Now I'm going to show you the life cycle fund. But take a look at this, okay? When you look at the TSP C fund here, it already tells you this is not even updated because this was updated as of, my gosh, 2023. So this is not even accurate here. If you go to my price tracker website here in the firesuch.com/resources, this is the most up-to-date percentage because this is extracted directly from the TSP website. But so this is why TSP needs to do a better job at updating their stuff. It's doing 10% year to date, but just for the sake of this conversation, it's doing 22% in the last year. It's doing more than that. 3 years, 8%. That's 8% annually. 8% last year, the year before, and the year before. 5 years at 13% and 10 years at 12%. Okay. Now it's going to tell you what you get out of investing in a C fund. So investing in a C fund gets you Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Nvidia, Google, Meta, Google. So it's share class A and C. I think one of them is a preferred stock, Tesla, Berkshire Hathaway, and JP Morgan. Those are the top 10 stocks that make up the S&P 500. So it tells you what the total expense ratio is. It means that For every $1,000 that you invest, TSP is going to take 48 cents for investing in the C fund. It is extremely cheap, right? Because if you have $10,000, then they're going to take $4.80. No big deal, right? Because it's an index fund. And asset managers, BlackRock, State Street Global Advisors Trust Company, and inception date 1988. That's how long this has been around. You can go to like performance and risks if you want to. It tells you more, but this is not updated. Composition is not updated either because that's as of 2023. Come on, TSP. Come on, man. That is frustrating. You can always schedule your session with me at firesightchat.com/coaching, and we can talk about TSP more in depth. But just don't take advice from Reddit, Facebook, Instagram, or whoever. Talk to a professional who can educate you on TSP. Kind of sort of like the way I did it, not in full for the sake of time, but just someone who can go through this and teach you what a C fund is. Not blindly telling you to invest in a 100% C fund just because someone on Reddit, someone on Facebook, or someone on YouTube said so. Okay, so check it out. Get the resources first, and I have the TSP retirement calculator on that too. So check it out when you get a chance.